Alrighty, we're going to now stitch our mouth, and this time I'm using thread to stitch a mouth, and if you ask to see something different, then I will show you that. But first what I'm going to do is, this is the front of my monster, and I'm trying to decide where I want the mouth to go, because I have this cute little heart that I wanted to put somewhere on there as a kissy. I haven't decided, but I want to know basically. I'm kind of drawing out what I have done so far and how do I want my mouth to go. Do I want it to go like that? Do I want it to go to the side? Do I want it to be really large? I feel like I want this U shape or this little side one, with my heart either going right in the center when it's done or right here on the edge when it's done. So I'm going to take my thread and I'm just going to place it on there just to sort of see what it looks like. I mean, I'm going to give myself a little visual, not a big visual, but a little one. Okay. How big do I want it? Like, where do I want to start? I don't think I want this, great big one. But I might want it to be sort of off to the side. And then where am I going to put my little heart? Is it going to go here? Is it going to go there? Is it going to go there? Am I going to use it at all? That's kind of what I'm trying to determine here. So if I put it like so, like a little U, maybe starting right there, then I have this little heart that I can put over it when it's done, and we'll see how that looks. I may not do it. Let's see what it looks like. Let's decide where we're going to start. Right here and come around, and we're going to I'm using my visual to do that. So if you need to take a Sharpie or a pencil, depending on what color your fabric is, if your fabric is really light, you can just do a pencil. But if you feel like you need to draw it on there, you can, but you want to make sure that you can't see it when it's finished. So let's give it a go here. This is, again, trial and error for me. I've never done this particular mouth before. So I'm going to start right so underneath that eye, pull it down, and then I'm just making a running stitch, right? That's what it looks like to start with. Okay, and then I'm going to kind of come back up through that stitch, kind of in the middle of it. Don't want to undo what I did. Coming up in the middle of it. And remember, I'm coming straight down because I'm making a little bit of a U shape, right? Might be a good idea for us to draw it. Then I'm going to come up. I can make my stitches a little bit bigger. Coming up through the stitch, not where I stitched. See, if you look real close, you can see it's making a little interlocking. Might try to make these just a tad bit bigger. Okay. Coming right up in between. Coming down again. I'm holding the thread. You might have paid attention to that. I'm holding it because I don't want it to twist and turn, which it sometimes does. And I'm already starting to make a little bit of a curve. Doesn't take long before you start that, so you might decide halfway through, I think maybe my mouth needs to be a little bit smaller because it is a lot more stitches. So I'm going to go ahead and start curving it. Come up through the center of those stitches. It feels thick in the back. Yep, I got a little knot in the back. So let's see if we can pull that through. There we go. Very carefully though. Make it just a little bit bigger. That might have, that's why I'm holding it, because it's got to get a little twisty. Okay. Keep on moving along. And so it doesn't matter if you do decide to sketch it on there, but do it very lightly. Right in between. And then, oops, I'm going to have to run my fingers along it. I'm going to start curling it. And I'm going to do one more to the side or two more to the side, and I'm going to start curling it up the up side of her mouth. Okay. Here we go. Start curling it up. Paying attention to the other side. Make sure that I'm even as best I can. I mean, we're hand sewing and it should be rather organic. If it's not perfect, that's okay. Okay. See how I just am drawing a line kind of with my thread and my needle, basically drawing it from the beginning to the end. I think I might be able to do 2 more stitches just to make sure that it's even. This one might be a little bit closer in because I want to be sure that it's even with that side right there. So this one's going to be a little bit closer. What do you think? Okay, I'm going to turn it over. Looks pretty good on the back. And we're going to tie it off the same way we always have. Looks like I picked up a little fabric there. Tie that down. Do it one more time. Oops, sorry. Cut my little paper. Okay, and I'm going to tie that off. And now I want to see, and notice, remember, we're not putting tape on the back of fabric. We don't need to, so let's check it out. Now, let's decide, do I need my little kissy kiss? I don't think so. I think if anything at all, it could go to the side, or I can find out something else to do with it, or put something on the sides, or I can add to the mouth if I want to, or I can maybe stitch a little heart on either side. It's really gonna be up to you on how you want to fill this in or how you want to create your monster's face, if you want it to be uber cute or if you want it to look scary. Okay, and that's how you stitch a mouth, and we can play with this a little bit more on a different monster. Have a great day.